Hey folks, sorry for not uploading in such a long time, but this is a good one. This Easter, there was an official Blockfront event. It was first supposed to be another survival games event, which I have never attended before. However, due to that game mode not being played since about 1.20.2, chests were broken. The staff decided it would be best, since we already had that many players on, to play some games of the Conquest game mode. And oh boy, was it fun with that many people. While a moderator, King Martell set up the new map, which you can currently see me playing in the background. The other 40 plus people played some regular Conquest. We played about 3 games of the cliffside map in Herin before Marto gave heads up, and we could join Herin. Due to skill issues and software issues, I started recording a little late. What you can currently see is the first playthrough of Herin. However, the Conquest games on Herin, and especially Cliffside, were very epic. Next time I will record the whole thing from my POV, do not worry. Also, I did not manage to record the Discord voice chat, where the staff speaking were talking about the game while playing, as well as giving callouts to their team, which was very epic. This is also a good time to talk about the Blockfront staff. Noah and Sunil are former members of the community who have been promoted to staff. Sunil was very active doing callouts to his team and strategizing, which was again very epic. King Martell is the lead moderator for Blockfront and has also modeled the most recent guns. He did, as said, set up the Herin map for everyone to play on, despite it not being officially ready yet. Lescutter, the creator of Blockfront, is Scottish, as you might tell from his accent and profile picture. He has been working on Blockfront for years now, and it has come a long way. Seeing these matches unfold with that many people must have been amazing for him. It might just be me, but if the player count had been even higher and the map layout a bit more well known, then it would have been even more like games like Hell Let Loose. Sunil also talked about proximity voice chat, which would have been very cool to see used. There once was a voice chat system in the game, but sadly, not many people used it. However, it would have been very cool to have rally beacons that commanders can put out to gather players and charge the enemy from the front, or even flank and overwhelm them. We tried to do that several times on the last Cliffside match. Scott frequently told people to gather at a specified capture point, and we would follow him and take out anyone who was in our path. Herin, the map on which we played, was very, very big. You can see on the top of the screen the amount of capture points, from letter all the way to K. Due to this, the first match was a bit slower paced, with the players generally more spread out. This led to very intense gameplay though, since you constantly had to look for people who might be shooting you a second later from the bushes. This first match was more stealthy, with many players ending up behind enemy lines. There were some epic moments, though, where tanks were pushing up and battling each other. This also happened in the second match. Coming back to the high player count, this one was really to let the chaotic nature of Blockfront shine. Usually in a domination match, you could have a kill streak of 4 opponents and have half their team wiped out and back at their spawn. In the last match we played, things were different. The staff quickly realized that the map was sadly just too big for the amount of players, so they shrunk it down to just the bridge and 2 other capture points. The high player count just made the game feel more chaotic, which was a good thing, since there was the possibility to get enemies in your sights all the time. The map was beautiful, and the portion of it that we played on was truly spectacular. You might notice, however, that the fog is a bit glitched and opposed to the fog on, for example Cliffside, with a smoother fade. This made gameplay a bit harder, since visibility on higher range was lower. This was also a bit of a problem when looking for movement on the enemy shore, since trees and other foliage was frequently appearing when I moved. People were more likely to get engaged in firefights and bullets were flying everywhere near the bridge. I focused more on playing as rifleman and picking up enemies from the distance. However, a friend who was also taking part in the event went in guns blazing. Be sure to check out his POV. I will link his YouTube channel in the description. Also, at spawn you might see a fair amount of pigs walking around. This was just a small issue, which resulted in tanks respawning not as tanks, but as pigs, which was very funny. Sunil and Mardo worked around this, however, by ensuring each team had the same amount of tanks. Well guys, I am going to stop talking and let you admire the chaos of the last portion of the event. Be sure to let me know what you think. I am currently experimenting with some other formats like this one, being me rambling about some of my thoughts on Blockfront and my experiences. By the way, this is not my real voice but an AI, but I hope you like it. I could not imagine having to say all of this into a microphone. Lol. I will try to do more Blockfront content in the future, also with this new format. Topics like the game in general, tips and tricks, but also more opinion pieces on different game mechanics like proning. I also hope to someday make a proper Blockfront mod trailer or such with some epic shots. If you have experience with editing or some epic clips to submit, it would be very awesome if you could DM me on Discord. I am fairly active on the official Blockfront Discord server, which will also be linked below. Be sure to tell your friends about the Blockfront mod. Higher player counts make events like this possible, and especially Conquest matches more chaotic, which would be so epic. Until next time, have fun on the battlefield.